world where equality is just another euphemism for mediocrity, where participation is more highly valued than achievement, where just enough to get by is the new standard of excellence. There is a small minority of people who fight back against such apathy, who struggle daily to reach new heights. These brave few are the hope for the future, the bright shining light for the next generation. They are the ones who will lead us to the places we have never dreamed of, to the undiscovered country, to reach goals only a few can even begin to imagine. Unfortunately, none of those people could be here tonight, so kick back and relax. Prepare yourself for several hours of fun, friendship, fascinating conversation, and fabulous music. All those F's, that's an alliteration and kind of a radio trick. Speaking of radio, you're listening to the most popular radio station in the history of broadcast radio, at least among stations that originate from Chris's living room. It's Curious Times. Your host is Curious Listener. Here she is, Chris.
All right. Hey, everybody, welcome to Curious Times. Friday the 13th and Saturday the 14th for Selva. So hopefully everybody made it through okay. I know everybody's all, oh, Friday's here. I'm all like, yeah, I was a young person with an attitude, and, well, I was being unjustly treated, of course. And I got fired on a Friday the 13th for telling my boss to F off. And that's the day I learned about work now, grieve later. Work now, grieve later. And they were trying to break the law and make me work overtime for free. And I'm all like, I don't think so. And it went back and forth, and I'm like, F you. It was your scheduling mistake, not mine. I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. I'm going home, or you're paying me overtime. So Friday the 13th was not a great day for Chris way back in the day, you know. And so anyway, hopefully everybody's Friday 13th has been good. Let's see what's coming up tomorrow. Yvette Howell is here. Yay! And Pamela Vincent is here Sunday, Monday, Diana Monroe Tuesday, Lisa, Nolan, Shalosky. Wednesday, nothing, or I'm off, or we'll have just a stupid show. Maybe I'll just open up the room and we won't even record and we'll just chill. If people want to talk, they can talk. Otherwise, I'll just play music and busy myself with other things. Whatever, we'll figure it out. And next Thursday, Jen Young. Next Friday, we are giving the most amazing woman, Selva Dutton, the night off. And so, hey, I get maybe that night, Friday night, maybe I can get a hot date or something like that. And if you know me, you're laughing right now, right with me. And Kimber's here next Saturday. So there you go. That's what's coming up in the next week. And there we go. So Selva's here. Pretty much all of you guys know Selva, although we could have listeners tuning in on other platforms where intuitalks.com broadcasts from. And so Selva is a life translator. It's her job to help people understand their journey in their life. And she's been communicating with spirit since she was about 4 years old. And a young kid even when she was already like seeing clients. And she was born in Uruguay, South America, and lives in Australia now with her husband and 8,423 grandchildren. Okay, 10 grandchildren that she has. And she loves doing mediumship, but she has a lot of respect for it, so she doesn't just dial a spirit, you know what I mean? So it's not like we go, okay, Uncle George, get over here. Not going to be that way. If she's got somebody coming through for you, she'll let you know. She also reads tarot and many other modalities she has utilized. She is very interested and loves as a hobby palmistry. And she runs workshops on donations, and so basically pay what you can. And because she does believe that spirituality should be affordable and available to everybody. You can reach out and connect with Selva at facebook.com/Selva.Nix. Here comes Selva. Hey, Selva, how you doing? I don't hear you. Your mic is muted. I think your mic must be muted. Oh boy. Like, I mean on your headset. On your headset. Do you have a mute button on your headset? Or unplug it and unplug it. Plug it and unplug it. Okay. All right, now? No. You might have to refresh your page and come back in. Dang. I'm not good at reading lips. And here we go with the Friday the 13th shit already, hey? I can see that she's in chat. Still can't hear her, though. Kind of helps if we can hear my good. Oh, you guys can hear her in chat? Can you guys hear her in chat? Oh, okay. Okay, nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you. But it's not helping that you're talking because it cannot understand. Okay, very good. What a great idea. Refresh. I wish I would have thought of that. So I'm waiting eagerly. I did not hate you. Stop that, Alicia. Stop it. Give you my dimples. So. I do not hate you. Okay. So I'm waiting, you know, the ongoing, like, cell phone thing. Remember I said I had this phone since, like, the caveman days or something. And I got a letter saying, oh, it's so outdated that they're taking the network down because it's so outdated. And so, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all of a sudden I was going to have to pay more for even less of a plan and all this kind of crazy stuff. So anyways, I got then they called and I was really ignoring these 1-800 number calls and I picked it up, this one, and she's all, I said, I already talked to you people. And she's, oh, so you know that. I go, yes, I know. And so I go, and what I know is that I'm going to have to pay more for less now because you people are taking this network thing down. And so anyway, I talked to her a bit about it and blah, and I'm all like, she said something that made me think that there was another way. And so I go, I need to get a phone. How much does a phone cost? Because other way is to get a free phone with a 2-year plan. And, yes, we can hear you now, Selva. So other way is to get a free phone with a 2-year plan. And so I didn't mind signing a 2-year deal because, you know, I've had this freaking phone since 2002 or something like that. Well, Corinne, because you don't have a speaker. You don't have your speaker beside your name. So you did not connect to the sound. Click on the headset. Click on the headset and choose speaker. For heaven's sakes, it's like it's her first day or something. So okay. So anyway, she goes, oh, well, we, you know, for our long-time customers and blah, blah, I can send you a free phone, you know, that's a simpler phone. And I'm like, well, I don't need a complex phone. I don't text or do anything like that. I don't really care about it. I really use my cell phone as an alarm clock, you know, and I'm just keeping it alive because that's where my resume, you know, that's the number for my resume and everything like this. I'd hate to have to lose this number. And Nikki, don't lose that number. Anyway, and I have no home phone anymore, and I don't even have my broadband phone anymore. So it's my only phone. I need to have that phone. So anyway, she's like, well, we can send you out the phone. And I'm like, great. So I'm like eagerly waiting for this new phone, and it didn't come today. So that means I'm not going to get it till at least Monday, sadly. And so, There you go. There's my phone story. I just was telling the phone story to kill some time, and now Selva's gone. Now I have to come up with another story. Jeez Louise. Okay, she's back. Okay. So I was saying that I was only telling that story to fill time, and then I finished the story, and then Selva gets up and goes away, and I'm all like, okay, I better come up with a new story then, and so thankfully Selva's back. Okay, we'll be able to hear you now.
Yeah, what happened was my granddaughter decided that she needed the toilet. You know what kids are like.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't. I do. That's how come I don't look my age, apparently. People say I don't really look my age.
So I said, right now, I can't. But Grandma, well, there you go. That's my life, everybody. And I've got 10 of those little darlings.
I'd be like, do you know how to take your pants down? Yes, and you're old enough. Your body knows how to pee all by itself. Go find the toilet, sit down.
But we don't have a toilet in this building at the moment because it's being rebuilt.
Gotcha.
So I gave her a bucket. I gave her a bucket.
No such thing.
I did. You got to improvise. You do. You have to. I haven't got a toilet here.
Well, at least you got a pot to piss in.
That's right.
That's good. So what's going on? How's things? How was your Friday the 13th yesterday?
Oh, look, to me, Friday the 13th is a lucky day. It's not an unlucky day at all. I think it's lucky Friday the 13th. Always positive things happen on Fridays, and I always feel good about it. So it was a great day. It was a very productive day. We finally put the roof shape on the building, so it'll be another 10 days done, which is great. Awesome. And I was going to go to Southern Cross to my daughter's house, which is 700 kilometres away. But then mother of this grandchild rang me. She says, I'm stuck. I need someone. So I cancelled that trip, and I stayed here to play Grandma. I'm so good.
Well, there you go.
And next week I've got to really, really apologise. I forgot. I've got a dart tournament next week. So next weekend I'm going to be playing darts.
Rub it in. I love darts, and I have not gotten to play darts with other people. I play darts quite a bit, and I was playing recently, and I went a while. I hate it. I don't like to go too long, because then when you throw a few games of darts, all of a sudden next day you're all sore in here and everything like that, and I'm like, I hate that. And so best
if you're not, best to
keep it. So, I used to, when I was working, there was a group of us from work that we went out every Thursday after work, and sometimes a couple other nights during the week too, depending. And it was just so much fun, because I like to be around people laughing and having fun, but I'm also competitive, and I really enjoy trying to get better and better at that game. And so anyway, I'm jealous. Now I'll be jealous of you for next Friday. Go win.
I'll make sure I'll put out some live thing on so you can see the crowd where we play darts. It's for cancer. We do it twice a year for cancer. Next weekend, it's a fundraiser, and then once again, So we do two big competitions then, and then we play our weekly competition every Wednesday night, of course. Yeah.
Well, if I can get Alicia, are you there? I mean, I see you're in the chat room, but are you paying attention and nearby your keyboard? Yes. So do you have a way, because you have the fancy phone and stick and every other thing like that. Do you have a dartboard at home, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Hey, Alicia does too. Yeah.
Yeah. So Alicia, one of these nights, if I can figure out how to make get my camera on a tripod and zoom it in on my dartboard, right? Zoom it in on my dartboard. And you can put your camera on your dartboard. We could have a live game of darts and not even be in the same. We could. And that way we keep everybody honest. Because, it'd be easy to say, oh, I got another 18, and this kind of thing. And
Yeah.
so that would be fun, right? Okay, I'll work on my end. You work on your end. I think yours will be easy to set up, and I think that I can too. I'll just have to make sure if I'll have to set my tripod up on top of something to get it high enough and close enough that it can get a good view of the board. It'd be worth a try, right? And you gotta have the beers. I used to drink a jug of beer.
You gotta have the beer. Yeah, you gotta have the beer and the dip on there, and you got to. It's just it's a must. You can't play darts without drinking a beer. Yeah.
Well, and then you get a bunch of people around. So I took to putting lime wedges in my mug.
Hold on, Button.
Because I have in my pint, and because I'd be like when you go and there's that many beers around, right? My beer is the fullest one always, eh? So you lose track of which one's your beer, and I was the only one that ever enjoyed lime with my beer, and so it was easier for me to keep track of which one the heck was my beer. Because otherwise, I just grabbed the fullest one and just start. Oh, Pac-Man, that's so fun, so fun. You could get as long as you could put a camera, Marie, put a camera, and then we could have 3 cameras up. One will be like watching the Pac-Man game underway, and then and Ron and Marie can have a little tournament of their own. One of them goes and gets their score, and then the next one goes and gets their score, and then the other 2 will feature the dartboards close up. And my problem is going to be, well, I might have to my headset might be a problem. So I might have to go with webcam. We'll work it out. Anyway, that's not what Selva's here.
We will. Yeah. Hey, we can do it. We can do it for Valentine's Day. Have a date with each other.
Valentine's Day. Sadly, Corinne and Melissa Bruce. We're having a little. Corinne, don't listen. Anyway, the heavy metal psychic, Melissa Bruce, who's our astrologer, and Corinne DeWinter both have birthdays coming up on February the 15th. And so on the 14th, I had an opening. I had an empty spot there, and so we're kind of just going to have a little, not a real birthday party, but we're just going to have a show, and it'll be their birthdays and whatever. We'll play music or do something like that. You know what I mean? And so
sounds good.
So we could maybe try, but we could do a trial run that night, maybe, because then I can have Corinne and Melissa can be on air, and that way, if I'm having to fiddle around with my camera and my headset and all that, like, it won't be a bunch of dead air for the listeners. You know what I mean? So that'll work. Okay, well, let's try and figure that. That would be so much fun. So what game are we going to play? 5-1, or are we going to play, oh shit, I forget the name of the game now, where you got to get like, 3 of each, and then 3 bullseyes, 3 doubles, 3 triples. There's different names for that. I can't remember what we used to call that.
We can play cricket. That'll be easy.
Cricket. This is an offshoot of cricket. I think in cricket, you don't count. In cricket, is it like 3 of everything plus 3 balls plus 3 doubles? Okay, what is cricket?
On cricket, you go, one person is bowling, right, and one person is batting. The person that's batting, they go 1 to 20 and score as much as they got to score as much as they can, right? While the batter.
Cricket. Okay, I know the one you mean. And so, like, if I start with 1 and I get a 1 and then a 2 and then a 3, if I get all of them, I get to keep going, right?
That's right, and that person's out. So that person.
Now, if I get a so my next one's going to be a 4, and if I get a triple 4, then that's 4, 5, and 6, right?
Yeah.
And then I start with set, and then I keep going until I miss a shot, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, we don't call that cricket. See, cricket. What do you get? Do you know the game I'm talking about, where you got to get like 3 20s, 3 19s, 3 18s, 3? Okay, hang on.
Shanghai.
No.
I think we call that. We got to get the 3 darts in the one page, in the one spot.
3 19, 3 18. Let's see if I can come up with it. See, we have this where there's a cricket, and then the other one. Yeah, see? Okay, so crickets, standard, Okay, cricket uses the numbers 15 to 20, sometimes 10 or 20. And so you have to get, you have to open or close a number. Well, you got to get three times in any order. You know what I mean? Like the 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, and 15. 3 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 bulls. And,
they're planning a dartboard competition that they got to have gear. They got the tripods they're going to set up and have the dartboards at each house.
Florida's telling somebody about our thing and she got unmuted somehow. Anyway, see, that's the cricket I'm used to, and there's one of those. So that's the game we always play. I don't know how, that's when I know cricket as, and that's what Wikipedia agrees with me. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you call it. And then see, if I'm playing that game, let's say that I go first and I pin let's say I get a triple 20. Okay. I can either count that as a triple, as one triple, or I can count that as all 3 of my 20s, right? And then I still have 2 darts, and I can go for the 19s, or I can still pound the 20s, and if I can get 2 more 20s, then I have 40 bonus points because you don't have your 20s covered yet. And so then you take your turn, and if you cover your 20s, that's good. But then strategy comes in because I don't have my 19s yet, and I already have you in the hole on bonus points. So you might disregard your 20s for a minute and try and pin all the 19s, and then get bonus points against me because I don't have my 19s. You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yep.
It's a fun game. Fun game. Anyway, what game do you want to play, Alicia, when we do this? Do you want to play 501 or do you want to play? I don't know. It's up to you. I'll let you pick the game. This will be funny. I'm going to get my ass handed to me probably. You know what I mean? Because I'm always bragging about how good I am.
Yeah, you bet, yeah.
Yeah, that's always what happens, right? When you say you say. And then when I was new to this game, I didn't ever throw darts in my life. I was doing kick-ass awesome. You know what I mean? Just by fluke, right?
Beginner's luck, we call that.
Yeah, beginner's luck. And even when I go play, when I used to go play some of these tournaments, cricket, then like I am famous for just getting all kinds of accidental triples. Like I might be going for a 14, and I am sitting here getting. So there. Anyway. Okay, so now we're done talking about darts. What do you want to talk about? What do you got going on in your life? What's going on?
There's a lot of, I really want people to understand that just because there's one rotten apple in the tree doesn't make the whole tree rotten. All right? And I was invited to go to an expo the other day to have a look at things. And there was one very dodgy reader there. And because of that, I was sitting at a coffee shop listening to things. People were putting the whole expo down, that is, and I felt that's really not right, because just because there's one dodgy one, it doesn't make them all bad, the other ones could be really good and it'll be amazing. So, you just got to make sure that you don't brush everybody with the same, paintbrush, because you're going to end up being painted, and you might miss out on a great opportunity of meeting someone that's really, really good. And also, there are times that clairvoyants have a day, energetically. Sometimes a clairvoyant might not be good for you, but it's very good for someone else. That doesn't make that clairvoyant good, just that we don't connect to everybody. There are cases that you have nothing for someone. And it doesn't mean anything bad. You got to understand there are times that you're either not ready to receive the message or you went to the wrong clairvoyant. And if the clairvoyant's honest, he will say, look, I'm sorry, I've got nothing, so let's just have a cup of tea and a chain wag and that's it. But if they're not honest, sometimes they do make up stories, you know, so therefore you don't connect to it at all because it's like, what are you on about? But just remember, there are people as well, and I see it far too often. I have met everyone that's given up the game because they're just not connected and just not, you know, it's just not working. So don't be too quick to judge someone and don't judge everybody under the same material because we're not all the same. We're all unique and we're all special, and we all have a special.
Like some like mediums will get names, just like us. Like you would never pull these names out of thin air. You know what I mean? They're getting it. They really are communicating with spirit. Like I've heard Renee Richards like come with names that you wouldn't even like. We didn't even know the name existed. You know what I'm saying? And she just like says what she's getting, and like they go, yeah, that's my last name, or yeah, that's my, you know, whatever. And so, and then other mediums are just as well connected, but they don't get names. So they can describe the person to a T and give the mannerisms and everything else, but they aren't getting names, you know. And so you cannot use the same measuring stick against any two psychics. And then you have to add the complication of is the person that's getting the reading being honest about whether the reader is right or wrong? Are they being honest, you know? And that kind of a thing. And sometimes they just forget. Psychic amnesia, like in the heat of the moment. Like I've had people that the medium is going, you know, the psychic is going like, who's John? I don't know, there's no John. Because they have their mind on a certain thing they want to hear. And 15 minutes later, they're like, oh, John's my husband's name. And you're like, you know what I mean? Like you don't know no John, but your husband is named John. And so sometimes people forget, and it's because sometimes they're also focused on only hearing from the one spirit they want, or you know, or whatever information that they're looking for. Like if they're looking for love,
that's right.
And then you describe somebody that's dark hair, brown eyes, but they're really got a crush on this blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy. And they're both in the same, like, they're all like, no, I don't know nobody. Like, they're focused on the blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy. And that's what they want you to say. And so, So, and that's not
and me, Melissa, and Melissa and I were having a chat the other day. And, you know, the heavy metal psychic, Melissa, we're having a chat the other day. And we both were saying that it's very hard when people expect you to have the answers and you can't give them the answer. You got to remember that doesn't react to a direct request. It only tells you what you need to hear, and sometimes no matter what you want to hear, but it will tell you that. And sometimes psychics, we do need to go to other psychics, and there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make a psychic, you know, weak or whatever. It just means that we are human. We are in that space as well. And we're good for anybody else, which is no good for ourselves. So we've got to be aware of that as well. It's just sometimes, I don't know, I think they need a bit of compassion as well because people have so much expectation, you know.
Right.
And it's hard. It's a pressure game. It's really a pressure game,
well,
you know.
I always say that. Oh, people, it's been a joke over these 5 years or however long I've been on the radio that I'm not a psychic, you know, and well, like, so a psychic, you know. I'm like, again, the minute I try to be psychic, I get nothing. I'm accidentally psychic. In other words, just shit will just come out and it'll be like poof. Usually I'll be like trying to prove I'm not a psychic. I'll be like, oh no, like they've got a whole group of people here and they're like, Aunt Sally has just gotten off the phone with it, and then and like I'm just guessing, and all of a sudden someone in the chat room is going, Chris, my Aunt Sally just hung up from the phone with me, you know what I mean? And I'm like, shut up. Yeah, you know. And so, but the minute I'm the minute I'm trying to be psychic, I get nothing. You know what I mean? It doesn't work for me that way. And so therefore I would be unable to package and sell anything because I don't know when I'm being psychic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I have no way in my head of knowing whether this is just my own thoughts or, like, some people, they'll hear a different voice inside, or they'll have a sensation where they know that it's message coming from outside of them, or they'll see, or they'll get the images. Like, I don't have anything like that tells me anything, you know? And so I always say, like, I know, like, the stupid stuff, that's mine, and anything else is obviously from the universe.
I like that. I like that a lot, you know. But but it's good. It's good. I mean, we can only do what we can. That's why I like the way that I do it, that I don't hear it at all before I say it. When the person hears it for the first time, that's when I hear it. The reason I did that is because it used to interfere with me. I used to, especially if there was sadness or something that I had to tell someone, I was like, I can't do that. I can't tell them that. So I said, no, I've got to honor what I've got to say. So I told Spirit, do not let me hear it or feel it or anything before I say it. Let me connect to it once it comes out of my mouth. You know, so half the time when I'm doing a reading, in my head I'm going, oh, shit, that's interesting. Wow, that's really cool. You know, but then 2 seconds later, I forget about it all. You know, so it's there for the moment. You know, it's like a once time, so it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, and that'll happen to me when I'm talking to people or coaching somebody or whatever. Like, I'll just like get going, right? And either that'll resonate with them very well or whatever the deal is, or I'll say, you know, well, you're probably blah, 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 and this person is probably doing that, and they're all like, that's exactly what's happening, you know what I mean? And and so some of that is just knowing human behavior, you know what I mean? And that's how some psychics get away with some of this, you know what I mean? Like, or non-psychics, fake psychics, is that they take a lot of fluffy shit that like, how many times I'll hear somebody who's like a purely poisonous person, perhaps, you know, and they'll have some psychic saying, oh, you're very generous with people and you're very, and all of the flattering comments, you know, and they're going, yeah. But the minute that any psychic says, well, you know, the person's calling for, they want to know when they're going to get a boyfriend or something, right? Psychic says, well, there's some work you need to do on yourself right now because you're a little bit this or you're a little bit that, and you need to sort that out for yourself, and then you'll be in a better position to be a good partner to somebody else, right? And they'll be all like, no, that's wrong. I'm not like that. You know, like anything at all what's going to be, they're going to receive as criticism of themselves, all of a sudden the psychic's wrong. You know what I mean? And so that's the other factor. And I always say to people, when you're listening to these shows, you can't judge how good or bad that psychic was based on how many times the caller said yes or no. Because you also have the psychic pleasers. So there's people out there that no matter what you say to them, they're like, oh yeah. You know, you can name off any, there's somebody called Carlos. Carlos, do you know a Carlos? And there'll be, oh yeah, I had a friend in school called Carlos or something like this, right? And they probably didn't. They're just trying to, they're afraid to say no to the psychic or something like that, you know? And so, I always have said the person that's positioned best to say how good a reading was or wasn't is the honest person, you know, themselves, as long as they're being honest about it, because they're the one that knows. They're the one that knows. None of us know, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so. Oh, you got the job? Did you get the job? Please say yes. And I hope it pays a lot, billions of dollars a year. On the spot. Oh, yay!
Well done.
You.
Chicago.
Oh, yeah,
Chicago. Da, 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 da. good. It's good. Yeah.
I just hurt myself.
On the way to the Big Apple.
I cut myself, and so even when I'm just, when you're even like rubbing lotion or drying your hands out, like it's just like every time I do something like that. And so when I was just clapping so hard, I was just like, hey, I forgot about that. So anyway.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm such a whiner.
Yeah. No, you're
okay.
real. You're real. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really, really good anyway. It's my life. It's really good, and I'll just sort of share with you as well. A lovely 32 degrees here. The sun's shining. It is beautiful. There's a little breeze. So it's just glorious. It's glorious. I'll tell you what I did this week though. I started water aerobics. Now I haven't done any exercise for a long time, apart from walking. I walk everywhere. And, water aerobics, let me tell you, we did a meditation. The teacher was doing a meditation at work to get us to relax underwater. And, it was so interesting because I've never ever done a meditation in the pool, just floating, So it was so amazing that everybody was floating away. And we all ended up in a circle on the pool, so it was kind of interesting. We were all just there. And it's like the synchronicity of it was incredible. I don't know whether we were all in the same water and we're all sort of connected or whatever, but it was just automatic, like everybody came back at exactly the same time. It was like we all sat up on the water. It was like the synchronicity. It was incredible. I just thought I share that. If anybody wants to try that again, I recommend it. It was just amazing, the connection that everybody had at that point in time. It's just something new to me. I've never ever done it before, so I thought, yeah, it was good.
So we're supposed to be above freezing over the weekend. Wow, that's unusual for January for Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And it's about minus 14 with the wind chill right now, which isn't too bad. And I was about to say, like you were saying, it's 32. I was about to say, well, it's 32 here also, but put a minus sign in front of that sucker, and that's our temperature. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it has been recently, and with the wind chill, it's been really bad recently, and so wow, we're supposed to get above freezing over the weekend. Woohoo! Except that if it freezes back up, that makes a mess because we've had quite a bit of snow blowing around and everything, and so it'll melt and then freeze and make ice skating rinks all over the roads, And
I love snow. I mean, I love to see it. I've never seen snow. It's in my bucket list. It's big on my bucket list. I've got to go somewhere where there's snow, and just feel it.
I laugh because I tell this story, and my regular people will have heard this probably 10 times, but when I was about 9, we went to Disneyland, in California. And so what this Disneyland place did is that they trucked in a bunch of snow for kids to play in some snow area. And like, here's me and my brother out there in t-shirts, and all these American kids are over there, like with winter coats and hats and gloves and everything else on. I was like laughing my head off, And so anyway, the people frequently are like, spend the winter, in Alberta or something like that, at minus 32 frequently, for a week at a time, and then if you don't mind that, then you'd be good for the snow. Otherwise, you'll probably lose your love affair with the snow pretty quickly.
I love winter. I actually prefer winter to summer. I do. I love winter. Oh. I reckon I'll be pretty good, in the snow. I reckon I've got a good idea. I'll be pretty good. But I will try it one day. It's in my bucket list, and I'm hoping one day to travel somewhere land there where there's a lot of snow.
Well, there you go. I mean, there's places too where you can go where they get snow, but it's really a decent temperature.
I've seen imitation snow.
Yeah,
I've seen imitation. I went to Dubai. In Dubai, they've got this building, it's a snow thing, you know, and it's all imitation snow, right? And they've got it set up at about 33 minus or something like that. But it's not the snow. It's not the same. It's just fake, you know. It's just like I just felt like, we're just, you know, walking around in a bunch of ice, really. But there's nothing there. You know, I reckon it'd be so different to see real snow, to feel the pure form of snow, you know, to have it in your hand and feel it and melt it in your hand. It's just, it just won't be the same. I've seen imitation snow, but I really want to see true snow, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's very well done in Dubai.
Yeah, still, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, even the snow that they get when they scrape an ice rink, you know, that's not even snow. You know what I mean? And it's like frozen ice, and it's like shaved ice, really. You know what I mean? And so there's nothing, and there's different kinds of snow though. Hey, like there's this really cold, hard snow that you can't make a good snowball out of to save your life, and then there's this really heavy, wet snow that you can make kick-ass snowballs, and it's fun. I mean, it's fun until you get pounded in the face with a snowball, but you know, but man, I can't tell. One year, probably in about what year was it? It was about, I should find the picture and put it up here. And it was October of that year. It might have been about 2006 or 2007, and it snowed like crazy. And so I was chatting with a friend online from the States, and they're all like, "Oh, you should go make a snow angel." I'm like, "What, are you on crack or something?" And then I'm all like, "Yeah, I should go make a snow angel, you know?" And so I did. I went and made a snow angel, and then took a picture of it. And so anyway, here I have an idea. So we have one caller there. I'm going to play a song first, but we have one caller there. And then since we don't have a lot of callers, I wonder if, I got another caller now. Candy's there. And so there's two callers. And so if we get through those callers and we still have a lot of time, if you're game, and if the people in the chat room are game, then they can indicate so, and you can just give them a little, look, let's say that Alicia says, "Yes, please," right? You can look at Alicia's name, and then just whatever you get for Alicia real quick, you could just go boom, if you're game for that.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that would be fun. It'll be like a lightning round or something like that. You know what I mean? And so.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, what the heck? And other times I've had mediums do like a gallery style reading, so that they just start, everybody's in the chat room, and then they just start saying, what are they getting? And then we try and find out if that's for somebody, and then if it's for somebody, then that's good. You know what I mean? And but we can try this other thing. So I'm going to play a song, and then we'll take those two callers, and then we'll try this other new thing out, okay?
Sure.
All right. Here, let's get Thirsty Ears. That's a short song though. Police. I haven't played Police in a while. King of Pain. Let's do King. Oh, Supertramp? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, Dreamer.
Okay, there you go. All right. I love that song. Stop. I love all the songs. You know, I love many. I love the song. Okay, anyway, here.
Are you looking for a place to meet like-minded people? Perhaps you're a light worker looking for a safe place to share your thoughts and services. We've got a place for you. intuitalks.com. Join for free, post updates, blogs, create and join groups via website or radio or class package. The possibilities are endless. Join the All Spiritual, all under one roof network, www.intuitalks.com.
All right. Stop. Stop, I said. Okay. We're back. let's do a quick shout out. Alicia is here, who did an awesome interview last night with Jen Young and is going to do another awesome interview on the 24th with Corrine. And Beth is here. Hi, Beth. How are you? Boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. Candy is here. Carol is here. Cindy, cell phone in Florida. CJ, the artist formerly known as Christy. Dan, the man. Deb in Calgary. Diane in Ontario. Marie is on date night with Ron in California somewhere. Mike is here. Selva is our guest. And Sherry, who has a new name, Sherry17. And so there we go. That's everybody that's here. Let's go get Selva back. And okay, Selva.
Yep.
Okay, let me.
Born ready.
Volume. Born ready. Born free. Whenever I want to laugh, I play that Born Free song, and it makes me crack up. You know what I mean? Because it's so dorky. It's just so dorky, that song. I see like two running in slow motion or whatever. Born free as the wind blows. Okay, let's go get our callers. How's that? Now, to the two callers that are in queue, the way that Selva works, she does not want you to ask her a question. She does not want any information from you. You may tell her, hello, Selva, I'm such and such, and that's it. And then she will give you whatever she's getting, and then when she's done, she will afford you the opportunity to ask a question, okay? No, our psychic, Selva, comes here fully fed. She does not need to be fed and does not want to be fed. Do not feed the psychic. So, we're going to go get Cindy. I think that's Cindy. Is that Cindy?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, how are you tonight, Chris and Selva?
Good, Howard.
Hi,
I'm
Cindy.
doing pretty good. Hi. How are you doing?
Oh, that's good. I'm doing very well, very well. Lovely to talk to you, Cindy.
Lovely to talk to you.
There's so much you're going to have to look into this year. This year's going to be a big year for you. It's a year of you reassessing exactly what you want to do with your life, and also reassess up that you have put aside for whatever reason. And it's like to sort of go back and tidy up loose ends and look into life on a much closer level as well. It's also a year of communications in partnership, connections of an emotional value as well. And it's a year of openness, of complete honesty as well. Now, when we speak the truth, sometimes people don't want to hear it, but they need to, and they might sort of get worked up and upset, but then later when they think about it, they come back and they go, oh, you were right, and that's all there is to it. So don't hold yourself back. Now, I'm getting like a blockage on my throat with you, and I do feel that, I don't know whether you're having trouble swallowing or short of oxygen or what it is, but there's a blockage in there, and I'm finding actually hard to breathe just thinking of you. So I do feel that you should consider a little bit and pay attention to the way your body is really reacting, because it's very uncomfortable and it's very hard at the moment to breathe in that. It's actually even hard to talk on that direction as well. Also, your hair, for some reason, very and it needs something. It's like and when the hair does hair is dead calcium. You know that, right? It's just calcium that dries out and grows in your hair. Hair is just dead cells that it keeps on growing. But when the hair goes like a sort of dryish, brittle, that's what it feels. It feels that you're lacking in your body, and it probably is calcium or magnesium. So please test yourself on that to make sure that. And that's why lately you get a little bit from time to time to loose direction a little bit. So just check your calcium and magnesium levels as well. And especially if you're getting cramps and needles and pins on your heels of your foot, that's also another sign as well that you're lacking that as well. Now, did you have a question, young lady?
Awesome. That was a very, very nice message. Yes, I do have a question, and I have, I disposed of what I told you about last week that I found on the refrigerator. Yeah. Okay, that's gone. That person that put it there, that my ex, was scheduled to come tomorrow and retrieve the rest of his belongings that he has left here. My attorney, I don't trust, and she has been cutting deals with his attorney and has not been looking out for my best interest. I had been trying to get a concrete time when he was coming. They refused to give me a time, keep ignoring me and giving me a runaround. He violated the injunction. She gave me a runaround for almost 2 weeks before she would respond to my email on how to file the violation of injunction with the court. So I filed it. The letter was sent from the judge over to the state attorney's office for them to investigate it. That's where that's at now. I finally sent a 2-page email to my attorney this morning because she refused to acknowledge my email. She refused to send me a date set up by him and who he wanted to bring with him. So I could have people present to look out for my safety while they were retrieving their belongings. So my attorney got really nasty because I put everything in a nice long, laid it out there. I've been very cooperative. He's changed the date multiple times. He's, violated a court order specifically by the judge back in September to come get it, and he said, no, he's not coming to get it. And I still was nice and cooperative and accommodating of him and gave him another opportunity and didn't put any restrictions on when he could come get it. I just want to be notified of the time so I can be present and have someone here and have to schedule that for my safety. So my attorney is giving me a runaround. So she finally sent me a response to that. She responded to that email really fast and sent me that she said his attorney said he's very ill and in the hospital. This was at 12:30 today, midday afternoon. And that he probably won't be able to make it tomorrow to pick the stuff up anyways because he's very ill and in the hospital. But she doesn't know that for sure, so I still might be receiving a phone call from law enforcement because he's required to call law enforcement to bring with him. But I was having other, because law enforcement hasn't enforced the injunction in this town yet, and he's violated it several times. So I was going to have someone else present as a witness. So she sent me the note. She's giving me a runaround, but then leaving her back door open, like you still may receive a call from law enforcement saying he's on his way out to unlock the gate for him to get his things tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not sitting here indefinitely for the entire weekend in case he might show up or might not show up. He's supposed to give me a time frame that he's going to arrive so I can have other people present for my safety. I have not received a time frame. We need to cancel and reschedule. Well, she got kind of nasty. Her very last email, she sent it to his attorney, but then she also sent back to me, I still can't guarantee that his attorney can reach him to tell him it's been canceled and communicate with him, so you still might receive a call. So is my attorney setting me up? Are they really planning on sending him out here tomorrow, even though it's been canceled? Is he going to show up?
Like I said to you the other day, Cindy, when we were talking that other program, I'm still getting that you should pack all his stuff up and deliver it to one of his family members somehow, because that's what like I said to you the other day, I'm still worried about your safety because he's quite an aggressive jerk. So it's just going to be
I agree with you, but because my attorney keeps writing it into the court, in the extension of the injunction, she keeps writing it in there that I agree that he can come out and get his belongings.
Well, I really, you have given him Cindy, wait.
Yes,
you have given him 3 tries to pick up his shit. If you done it, you have tried to play the game with him and meet him. You have given him enough go. So really, you really are, and I'm getting this very, very strongly to you the other day. You have given him enough go. Now you can actually write in even above your lawyer's head to the lawyer ahead of her because she's friggin' useless, or to the magistrate. I said, look, I have given him enough chance to pick up his gear, and it's always cancelled at the last minute. So I would like to arrange to send all his stuff to his family's house, his parents, whoever. I don't give a shit who. But it's like, you need to get it out of there because he's just using you like a puppet on a string. And that's what I keep on getting. And because he's such an aggressive nature, that really concerns me even more. So I really feel you need to look into, if he doesn't show up tomorrow tomorrow, which is a scheduled time that he failed at.
Right.
If that would give you enough ground,
I've already sent her a
ground.
letter. That should be canceled. See, from my point, I told my attorney, if you're saying he's ill and in the hospital, we can reschedule, tomorrow. We need to cancel tomorrow because I'm not going to have a bunch of people sitting around. My time's valuable, and so is theirs. And you can't even confirm if he's able to make it out of the hospital and come tomorrow. You can't give me a time and confirm the appointment, so we need to cancel and reschedule at another time. But she's still leaving her back door open. Like, my son called the local hospitals that in the town, where he lives, and the next town over, the ones he usually goes to, the hospital he usually goes to, and the others are surrounding it. And he's not a patient at any of those hospitals. They don't have him admitted to any of those hospitals. So that's why I was wondering if she's really trying to set me up so I won't have any protection and send him out here with the local cops and then force me to let him in the property with nobody here for my protection. And, them
like
supposed
I said to you, Cindy, like I said to you the other day, I smell a rat. I don't trust it. It's right. I feel your lawyer is useless. You should change it anyway. And it might not be easy, but it's like it's not working on your favor. I smell a rat. I mean, I don't feel that your ex is sick. I don't feel anything. I think it's just another pedal stone to make you put you on edge again. And he's enjoying having you all the time, and you watching your back. He has no respect for the law anyway. He's breached the thing quite a few times now. He's broken every promise and everything. So you got enough ground to really change that. And I'll keep on getting it again. You're to send all his gear to one of his family members. He can pick it up from there. He doesn't pick it up from you because he has broken every commitment that he's had. And I told you that the other day, and I told you that the time before as well. You really need to disconnect from it altogether. He's not playing the game, and he's not going to play the game. He's going to keep you like a puppet on a string.
I agree with you 100%. Now, I don't have his family's, I don't have any way, like his mother is like in her 90s and she lives in another state, and I don't even know where his sister is. I've never even met his sister, and that's the only family he has. But I don't want my lawyer
get that, cause let me say
his lawyer trying to get me in legal trouble if I move his shit.
Listen, find out in your state. Okay, find out in your state what the laws are regarding abandoning of your property, and there will be a time limit where it's considered abandoned and forfeited, in which case you can either throw it out, keep it, sell it, do whatever you want to with it. And so, you should also pursue that. Sorry? Selva?
Hello?
No. I was just telling my granddaughter to go and see her grandfather.
Oh, yeah. So, I think that
I have looked into that. Chris, I did look into that, and I have to send him a certified letter, and he has so many days that he has to go pick up his belongings at that address. But my attorney has gone around that through a court order, which is more powerful, so they can get me in violation and contempt of court if I don't allow him to come get his things, which was agreed upon. And she set a status hearing for another hearing for the continuation of the injunction for this coming Thursday. And she says, I set it up so you guys don't have to be present. You don't have to show up in court, but just those attorneys can, but you can if you want to. Well, of course I'm going to be there. I don't trust her.
Yeah. I mean, there comes a time, though, when, go then and find out if you can get that court order quashed so that you can go ahead and pursue the other way. Because otherwise, you need to get rid of this monkey off your back the quickest way possible, right? And so
I know. I just don't know if they're going to pull something over the weekend. And then my attorney's out of the office, and now she won't respond. So she's trying to keep from being liable. And here I've got to worry about whether they're going to show up tomorrow with the cops. And if they're going to try and throw me in jail for contempt of court if I don't let him on the property tomorrow after it's been canceled. I feel like I'm being set up.
You know what? If he shows up, who cares what time, okay? If he shows up on the weekend, and don't be a bitch on your end of it either, right? And so if he shows up The police are there. You're safe. Let him get his shit out. It's done. You're now not prolonging it either. You know what I mean? So don't
that's
be.
The problem.
That's
the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. Then.
What's the problem? Because you just finished
the
saying,
local. He's already violated the injunction several times, and he's got guys out here stalking me, and the local police will not enforce the injunction.
Stop. All I'm trying to say to you, okay, is that if he shows up and he's an hour late or he's this or that, and you say, forget it, you're outside of the time limit, then you're prolonging it. If he shows up and the police are with him and you're safe, I don't care when he shows up. Let him in and let him have his stuff. Don't you agree, Selva?
Oh, for sure. You need to move on. You really need to move on, because this is holding your life back. This is holding you back, and it's making you push everything important to you aside, which is getting you into a deeper level of self-depression as well. You're walking down the street, watching over your back all the time. And I know he's abusive, and I know he can be physically abusive as well. But I agree, if he shows up whatever time, if he has the cost, let him in and let it take it. But I still feel that you need to look into through the match or something, if there's a way, because he has not shown up scheduled times that have been organized, he hasn't shown up at all. If they said because he has broken that commitment, is there any way you can change it, that he can send all his stuff to his lawyers or his family or to the cop station, and he can pick it up from there? But you need to get rid of that shit, because that's holding you back and it's making you more irritated. And every time I talk to you, you have more anxiety, and it's like you're losing it within yourself, and you don't need this. You're a beautiful person, and it's time for you to become aware that you need to get your life back. You need to have the control, because he has broken every commitment, and it's time for you to take another step up. And your lawyer, give her the axe. She's useless. She's there for you. I've never heard anything like it of a lawyer that is never there for the client. She works for you. She's supposed to be representing you. She's supposed to be, you're supposed to jump, bitch, and she's supposed to say, hi, boss. Because you're paying her to represent you. So where does she get off putting conditions on you? Maybe the lawyers in America are different to the lawyers in Australia. Maybe it's a different ball game in there. But
she's supposed to be looking out for my interest, and she's not.
Exactly. Get rid of her. Get rid of her and get rid of all his shit somehow. Even if you wrap it up and put it all in your front porch, all ready for him to take it. Have it all ready to go. Everything's there on the front porch. Take it, whatever,
Well, and either video or take pictures of everything that's there, because then you're going to run into this wasn't and that wasn't.
Yeah.
You got to be cover your ass as well. And similarly, if you have a recorder on your cell phone or something like this, then you should record the whole thing as it happens too. But don't be doing it obnoxiously, like holding a camera in front of a guy's face. That's going to provoke it, right? But but just to record, so that you have proof. But I'm just, this is not such technical stuff, and that I wouldn't even consider representing myself in such a thing like this. It's a simple. You know what I mean? Like, this is really almost a kind of a thing that could be dealt with in a small claims court. But all that aside, I appreciate your fear for the guy and everything like that. But having all his stuff still there, not only all the other stuff Selva said, but the energy of his belongings within your house and like all that kind of stuff is still a problem there for you. So, you gotta do everything you can to not contribute to, prolonging this also, right?
Oh, I'm not prolonging it. I've been trying to get him to get it out of here, and he keeps putting it off and won't remove it.
Well, there has to come a point in time, is my point. There has to come a point in time in the law. And maybe your lawyer's not even telling you the truth about that. So you do a little bit of research on your own and find out, because they cannot keep stringing. How long has this been? How long has this stuff been there and you waiting for him to come and get it?
7 months.
6
months.
And
the judge ordered him to come get it in September and gave him a deadline of like 5 days, and he told my attorney, no, I'm not. I'm going to have her thrown out of the house and put in the street, then I'll go move it. And he wasn't able to do that, and so they keep rechanging the dates, and she's just stalling and playing games with his attorney, basically.
Well,
and
what
not
you should
looking
do
out
is,
for my
here's
interests.
what I would do if it was me, okay? I would go to that next hearing, and I would respectfully ask the court, I would tell my lawyer ahead of time, you either say this for me, or I will request of the judge to allow me to speak. And I'm going to tell the judge of the hardship that this has caused on me emotionally and otherwise, to have this continuing to be dragged out for 7 months. That you would like a resolution that he either sends somebody else, he hires a trucking company, a moving company, a junk or us guys company, whatever it is. And that stuff gets out within no more than 1 week from now, or he loses all rights to it. And you put that request in. You know? You tell them, like, I cannot keep having this thing be delayed like this. And so you speak your mind and let the court know the toll it's taking on you. At least it'll go on record. You know what I mean? Whether you're successful or not, it will go on the record.
Well, that's why I went ahead and sent everything in writing, and that's why she responded so quickly today. She knew I was documenting it so I could get it to the judge.
It'll be the court record. Your emails to her are not part of the court record, okay?
But it will be, because that's why I documented it. So I could present it to the judge and include it in the
either
case.
the lawyer will speak for you on this in as directed by you, okay? Or you speak for yourself on it.
Like I said to you, Cindy, you might have to go ahead above the lawyer because she's not doing the job for you. And by talking directly to the judge, permission to speak, like Chris suggested, which is a great idea, you're going above her and you are being heard by someone that's more neutral and have more power to make the decision on your behalf, because your lawyer's doing nothing for you, you know. And like I said to you the other day, if you don't want to do that, I said to you, go and talk to another lawyer and explain the situation. Most lawyers have the first consultation for free, explain the situation, see if they can help you, and maybe you can change lawyer or whatever. But you need to find a way to get out of this dilemma because it's just stopping completely.
Next thing you need to do is two things. Number one thing is sometimes in small towns, all the lawyers, they won't go up against each other. You know what I mean? Number two, what you should also do is explicitly, and not in a big, long, rambling email, and you might even want to register the letter to the lawyer that says, you are not permitted on my behalf to grant any further extensions on this. Okay? Now you've instructed your lawyer to not grant any more extensions. That because that's, I think, what keeps happening, you said, is your lawyer keeps making sweetheart deals with their lawyer and it keeps getting extended. So now you give her clear instruction in writing that you can prove she received that says, you do not have my permission to grant any further extensions. You get that, Cindy?
Right. Yep. Well, that's kind of what I put a deadline on them today, is and that's what she got mad about and why she responded so quickly to my emails. I put it in writing, and I need an absolute time by 1 o'clock today, or the schedule for tomorrow needs to be canceled and rescheduled. So
yeah, but
I need a specific. I can't sit here.
All that aside, that is completely and wholly different from instructing your lawyer to no longer give any extension. Okay? That's two different things. Two different things. So I'm trying to counsel you and I'm not a lawyer, but I do have a fine legal mind, and I have had lots of experience in quasi-judicial.
Hello?
In quasi-judicial settings, I have been co-counsel and presented cases. And so I kind of have a little bit of an idea of some things that I think you could do to help yourself here. You know?
Okay.
So,
good luck,
so
Cindy.
in writing, you tell that lawyer, do not have my permission to grant any extensions. Period. And then show up for that hearing, and either the lawyer says it for you or you say it. but do so with great respect. Don't go around, like, the judge is not going to have patience for all the story of it, okay? The judge is not going to have patience for that. What you're going to want to do is be very clear, Your Honor. This has been going on for 7 months. This is taking a huge emotional strain on me and toll on me. And we on this side have been more than accommodating in terms of trying to arrange times. And I need a deadline set now that cannot be changed or extended. And after which time, if this person has refused to pick up their stuff, no matter what the reason is, whether he's sick, no matter what, okay, then I have the court's permission to dispose of these possessions in any way that I see fit. Okay? Okay. And the lawyer in the chat room just finished saying I'm right. We have a lawyer in the chat room. All right. We have a lawyer. Okay? Cindy?
Yes, the court did already rule on it in the first hearing, but because my attorney extended it to another hearing and then my attorney wrote in a different arrangement on the next hearing with his attorney and had it signed in court, they changed it.
Yeah. That's my point. You put an end in writing to that. There's no more leeway. There will be no extensions. This will be done, boom, by whatever date the court set. Your Honor, Your Honor, I wish for you to set a deadline right now, after which time he forfeits any rights to that property. And I'm instructing my lawyer to agree to no extensions for no reason. The end. Thank you, Your Honor, for your time and consideration.
Well done.
Don't go. Okay.
Well done. Okay. I agree.
All right.
There's no more Judge. Judge Judy. We got Judge Chris now.
See, I need Chris sitting on my case in the hearing on Thursday.
Oh, right. I know. And I can't get a job. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even get a job, like, answering phones somewhere. Okay. Anyway,
come
Cindy.
to Florida, they need you.
Florida, I don't know if I could exist in Florida. No, I don't like Florida at all.
No, this is in North Florida.
It doesn't matter, north, south, east, west. It don't matter to me.
Okay.
It's Florida. I just keep having like bad things happen, like bad news, Florida. Bad news, Florida. And apparently you can get shot and murdered for no good reason in Florida, and that's okay too. So I would not, and it's too hot. I gotta go, Cindy.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right,
okay, go.
And okay, now we got Candy. And so hi, Candy. You heard the questions.
Hi, Selva.
Hey, can you come off?
Candy.
Whoa. Stop.
Yeah.
Can you please come off speakerphone, Candy?
I'm not on speakerphone.
Okay, I'm getting an echo off of you. You know what I mean? Like like, are you on hands-free, or whatever you want to call it?
Wireless, yeah. Wireless headset.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I'll shut up. Carry on. Go ahead, Selva.
Is it Candy or Sandy?
Candy.
Sandy.
No, right. Candy with a C.
Candy, like sweet lolly candy.
Yep.
Yes. Oh God, and someone rings. All right. There's a lot of puzzle around you, and there seems to be like a job change structure all around you as well. It's like you're finishing some sort of preparation, and it's going to be quite interesting because it's like you've been waiting for this opportunity for a very long time, and finally you're getting the chance to actually move on forward and deliver. It's like delivering a parcel of knowledge from you to others as well. You're a lot smarter than what you let people know as well, and it's time to stop playing possum a little bit and reveal yourself a bit more, because there's a lot you got to offer, and you got a lot of knowledge that you're able to move forward in a lot of direction. It does show there's also a bit more training involved with that though. It's like you're polishing up. Maybe you might have to learn how to polish up in computers that little bit extra as well, because I do see you working behind a computer a fair bit as well. Photographic is actually good for you as well. You tend to have like a good memory of pictures and directions as well, and that will be very helpful to you in the future as well. There's also a reunion with some as well, and it's not people you haven't seen for a long time. It's just a short period separation, and it's like getting back on track because due to a misunderstanding, they say she says type of thing, and it's like clarity is presented, and your circle of friends is becoming tighter now, and it's becoming a lot stronger as well. You're reasonably, but I am a little bit concerned about a bit of head pressure. But I feel there's more dehydration than anything. I don't know if you're not drinking enough water, but it does a little bit of dehydration in your energy field. Did you have a question?
Do you do mediumship?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. If something comes in, I do let them in. But I can't say that I'm getting it for you, so I won't make that up. But yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering if Owen had a message.
I just was telling you I'm not getting a spirit for you, so.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
But that's all right. It's all right. But this is a good year for you, Candy.
Okay.
But it's a year you've got to put your sweet lips on. You've got to reveal yourself. It's like it's time for people to get to know you and to get to know your capabilities and for you to feel confident about yourself. It does show that July through was very trying time for you emotionally. It was very, very hard for you and that, but you've survived that period, and I'm glad that you did. And now it's time to yourself and get started again. That's when it really set you back around between July to September last year. There was a setback, but it was because of emotion, and it's like you went into this little box. Now it's time to get out of your box, expose yourself, let people know who you are so they can actually understand what you're about as well.
Okay, you're right about September. I lost almost 100 pounds because I got really sick.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
It shows it's very emotional, very draining. It really set you back. You're over that now. You really got over it. You're really over it, and you can really go into a beautiful, positive vibration now. But it does show that it's time for you to reveal yourself, like know you as much as they should know you. So it's like you need to expose yourself a little bit more. You need to give a little bit more of you so people have an understanding when in your picture.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Kath.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right, Candy, Happy New Year. Hey, don't be stranger. Why don't you come and hang around the show every now and then?
Because it's still hard for me to set at this late at night.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to probably have surgery done on my hip and my leg because it's never healed from when I fell down.
Well, hopefully once that happens, you'll be good to go. You'll have a younger hip than you, and I love it when like the 60-year-old gets a new hip, and they're all like their hip will outlive them, you know.
I know. Yeah.
So okay, well you take good care, and good luck with that all getting taken care of.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So, okay. So now we've reached that time, guys. We're in an orderly way. And what I mean by that is whoever puts their name in the chat room first, just that person, okay? Then when Selva's done with that person, the next person will say. Because if you all say me, the chat will move and we'll lose track of who's who. So who wants to go first and have a quick message from Selva?
CJ. Oh.
Okay.
All right, Chrissy, there's a lot of little things happening around you, and there's a lot of money and papers going through your fingers, so you've got to look into your finances very, very carefully. There's also a trip that you've been putting off for some reason. It's like you've got to make that trip. You've got to take that journey. You've got to put yourself out there and embrace that as well. There's also, it's okay to save you, and don't worry if you don't hear it back. because sometimes actions will say more than words, but there is a lot of love and energy around you. Next.
Okay, it's rapid fire, guys. So I'm leaving it to you, Selva, to pick to keep
Okay,
an eye on
Sandy.
the chat.
All right. Sandy, there's a lot of little things that have been bugging you lately a lot, but they're not new. You've really been aware of them for quite some time, but now they're really starting to bug you. It's like your eyes are open. It's like you've been asleep for a really long time, and now your eyes are opening, and you finally say, shit, I don't like that. And it's like you've got to really make that expression known, but also you've got to follow with action. So it's no good you contradicting yourself. And you seem to be good at contradicting yourself for something, and you've got to stop that, because it does show you need to look into that space, that you need to walk your truth, and so anybody can understand that what you're saying no to mean it. You're not mucking around anymore. I think it's also time you went to the movies or something. You need a relaxed outing. You need something that's going to chill you out and disconnect you from Dane. It's like you've been caught up in a rut for some reason. You need something completely different, even if it's to the movies or just go out to dinner with someone I haven't seen for a long time. You need something different to put you back on track again, because it's sort of like you're stuck and you need something different to move you forward. Deborah. The lady of each and the lady of the eyes closed as well. There's very little you can't do, very little. But once you make up your mind that you can't do it, you just will not do it. And it's not that you can't do it. It's like you have this power within yourself that you know what you can do and what you can't do. And even when you can do something you don't feel like it, you'll say you can't do it. You will miss on opportunities because of it. It shows especially opportunities of people asking you to go on a journey for some reason. And it's like you need to go. You need to make the effort. But I see you've been in two minds about saying yes to this trip, because it's like you're not sure. You're not sure exactly why you should go, what you want me to go for. But I don't think they know either. But once you get there, it's like everything is revealed. It's like sometimes we need to experience something to have the complete understanding of why is that happening? Why is that going into place as well? The whole world is waiting for you, Deborah. You've got so much inside you that people need to hear from. That is incredible. So start writing things down. Start recalling things and relate pictures and knowledge, and start connecting to what is there and work with it, because doors are opening everywhere. But you can't go through every door. You can only go through one door at a time. But you need to try and investigate every door that opens. Don't go unsearched. All right, Marie. So your mic is not working. Oh, no. There's someone else before that. See, you're going too fast, guys. Slow down. Okay, Marie, there's a lot of money and decisions that you got to make. There's also romance needs to happen a little bit more on the space, or not in the expectation space. And it does show that you and your companion sometimes you're not sure, okay, what do you expect from me? It's like there's no expectation, and it's really, really wonderful. Food is the best way to love with you. You have a way of feeding the soul through your cooking. You know, you're going to win a lot of time by nourishing them. You're a person, you are good at nourishing people and making them feel loved and wanted in a meal situation of a space. But you've got to learn to ask sometimes. You've got to learn to ask, what can I do for me as well? So don't be scared to request things, all right? So, okay, let me move in here because it's moved too fast and I can't see it. Marie, okay. Christy. I look at that name and I get frustration. I get like, oh, I can't move forward. I'm tired of it. I'm just stuck on it. But I'm not doing anything to change it. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. Nobody's going to come knocking at the door and say, here's the change of life, my friend. You get out there. You got to open the door and start doing something different. You got to make yourself do something different every week, so that way you can open new energy and more direction into your life. It's like, oh, you need to move forward. You need to move on that direction as such. New opportunities and new changes are presented, which are very, very, very important. No, Marie, you were the last one. You're one behind. All right. So, okay.
No, that one was for Marie.
I've lost this chat. It's moving too fast. I did Deborah, then I did Marie, then I did Chrissy. Amy. Oh, Amy, all I'm getting, it's like I feel like I'm bloating with fluid. Like I'm really this fluctuation that's really happening. Now, celery is very good to get rid of fluid. And also, I don't know if anybody does the Torah oils or anything like that. Peppermint oil and lemongrass oil in hot water, if you drink it, it's all very good to get rid of fluid as well. Walking, it's very good to get rid of. I don't feel mobility. I don't feel a lot of exertion going in there. So the fluid is happening because you're not moving enough. So somehow you need to get your body activated a little bit somehow. Even if you get a massage once a week or something to help your body get activated, but you need to do something because I'm short of breath. I'm getting your body becoming more lethargic, and it's like you need to get yourself living a little bit more. It's very, very important. And try those hot water. All right, yes, I have all the oils. Well, get the peppermint one or the lemongrass and drink it on hot water. So instead of a cup of tea, instead of something like that, just have the hot water and drink that. Well, you can alternate. If you have them both, just alternate peppermint and alternate lemongrass. Now, a good pain mixture as well, instead of taking painkillers, because I feel a lot of pain in different parts of my body as well. Get frankincense and oregano and lemon oil, the frankincense, oregano, and lemon, and get a vegetable capsule, and you can put 5 drops of frankincense, 5 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of lemon, and 3 drops of oregano. If you put that on a capsule and take it, that's a beautiful painkiller, and it's natural. Within 2 or 3 minutes, you will know it, all right? Because there seems to be a lot of chemical energy around your body as well that we need to try and get rid of. You need to detox somehow, right? Never use them perfect, half the caps. Okay, just have a try at it. Just have a try of it, all right? If you don't have caps, also you can actually put all those drops into a warm little bit of water, like a shooter glass, and just drink it, all right? If you don't have a capsule, but it tastes like shit that way. So the capsule's a lot better, okay? All right? So it does show you need to, you do need to detox, like I said earlier. You really need to, because, I don't know, your body is becoming very unfunctional. So we need to change it. You know, you still got another 50, 20 years of life, you know, we want to get you moving. We want to get you a little bit more active for some reason. Beautiful. I hope that helped you somehow. Okay, have I missed anybody? If I missed you, put your name back up. All right. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh, Ron.
Ron. Okay. Ron, you got to really practice what you preach. You're you're a funny man, you know. You really, you have a way of telling people what to do and doing this and doing that, but you don't follow your own advice. You really need to start with what you preach. You're a man full of knowledge, and you should write a book. You should write a book of advising people how to overcome challenges in life, because you're very, very good at that, you know. And then if you read the book, you can overcome a lot of challenges yourself. It will help you personally in that area. I am concerned about your eyesight, though, especially right eye. There's something with your right eye that is not quite right. So I would like you to really get your eyes tested and have it checked a little bit more. Okay? All right, Corinne. Thank you, Deborah. I knew the supernatural was Corinne. Corinne, you're a very, very sensitive soul, and it's like you gotta give something up, but you don't want to give it up because it's like better the devil I know than the one I don't know. But you need to let go and embrace that new opportunity that's actually there for you. And it's like an opportunity of some sort of work plan has been presented to you, and you need to embrace it. You need to give it a go. You got to be careful because you're actually a very powerful person, Corinne. You can say things and people think, yes, she's going to do it. She will do it. But it's like sometimes people do get a little bit disappointed because you don't follow what you're going to say. So you've got to really be strong and actually be conscious of what comes out of your mouth. You've got to follow it up, all right? You've got to follow it up. And once you start following it up, you will see that things will start falling into place more rapidly because you're creating that energy. You're creating that growth. Everything is moving a lot faster for you because you're delivering what you're saying. So at the moment, it's like you're making promise, but you're making promise to yourself and you're letting yourself know. All right, so you need to start saying, only say what you really mean to follow it up, and you'll see that your life will turn tremendously. Okay? Marie's laughing. Deborah laughs too. Yep, it's all good. You're very welcome, Corinne. You're very welcome. And remember, call me and I'll be there, Corinne. That's all you got to do. Thank you too, Marie.
I'll be there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm only a phone call away. Any more? Did I miss anybody?
Anybody else?
Or a flight? Yeah. I'm only a flight away, Marie. You're right. That's all good. Just organise me and I'll fly across. Do it during snow time.
During snow time. Yeah, Corinne gets snow, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, is that
right.
You guys say now or forever? Diane, are you in there? Like, don't be shy.
Has anybody found it? Has anybody? Heath is. Where's Heath? We haven't seen him in 2 weeks.
I know. Must be holidays or something.
Yeah, hopefully. I miss him. I miss Heath.
You're the psychic. Why don't you tell us where the hell he is?
Oh, you smart ass. Oh, he's in America.
He's in America.
Funny. Oh, Diane. Hi, Diane.
Yeah,
Diane. Okay. Oh, God. All I've got is like you're deep in thought and you've been procrastinating about something. Be careful with your food that you eat because some food is not reacting to you. So I really see you're going to find yourself changing and you're going to feel yourself like, not hungry and that, but you really got to ask yourself, what do I feel like eating? It's like you really need to eat what you really like eating because your body's going through a huge internal change. Your upper stomach feels a little bit bloated as well, and if you feel just between your ribs to be like a bit hard thing in there, so your food's not breaking down properly. So try and have your main meal at lunchtime and a little dinner a meal at nighttime, because for some reason your digestive system is playing merry hell a little bit as well. So yeah, just keep an eye on your health.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Anybody else? Now or forever hold your peace. I see. Terry,
okay, Candy Potter. Okay, I've got a question for Selva.
Wait a second. You already talked to Candy on the phone.
Yeah. Okay, she's just asking a general question though. How did I become palmistry? I became interested in palmistry one day. I was sitting with my granddad on the backyard as we did, and I was looking up and it was like a film going through it, and I said, wow, every line is a road and every road has a direction, so I want to get more of it. And And it's really funny because a few people are giving me palmistry book, and what the palmistry book says and what I get guided to do with it didn't make sense at all. So there's a lot of contradictions in there. And I always, whenever I do palmistry, and people are always asking me, you right-handed or left-handed? Because you're right-handed. If you're right-handed, your left hand has got the plan of your life, and your right the print that you create. And if you're left-handed, it's the other way around. So that's why, and I become just very interested because of that, because I looked at people's hands, and it's looking like these roads with little film clips everywhere, and every line tells a story. I hope that answers your question, Candy. What's with the oils, Marie? Oh, is that alcohol?
Okay, we're back. Unmuting. Can you guys unmute yourselves? Selva, are you coming on, Marie, or are you just showing us show and tell? Unmute. Hi, Selva.
I was kind of worried. That song went around the camera in the shot at the pool table. I thought Marie and Ron were really going to get kinky there. And I said, oh, God, here comes the pool table. I was worried.
They're very well behaved, kind of.
Fine, man.
Kind of. So, did anybody else indicate in the chat they were looking for anything, or are we about done, guys? What are you doing? Anybody want to come and unmute and just yak, or what do you want to do, you guys? Nobody's doing nothing? Nobody's doing
They're all
nothing?
gone silent.
Oh, well.
It must be getting late.
Okay, well, I guess then that's it for us, you guys. Nobody's talking. So, Selva, what you got the big dart tournament next week, and so we'll see you the week after that.
You sure will. Yeah, but I will do a live recording of it, and I'll put it on live on Facebook so you can get a bit of a look. All right?
Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
Awesome.
So we're gonna go ahead. Tell everyone your website and how to get a hold of you.
Just Facebook. Facebook is the website. Just Google Selva Dutton and you can get all the information possible in there. Believe me, it's too many to mention, so just do it that way, the best way. You know, or just do it through Chris. That's the best way to do it. Listen to the show and you'll find me every time.
All the links are on the show pages. And what's that I hear?
I don't know.
Well, that's you. What are you doing? Are you here to talk? Because I'm about to end the show if that's all we got.
Oh, no, because Amy said, hold on a second. That's why I came on.
Okay. All right. She's lucky because I was hovering over the end button. So, it's open mic. So, what?
Oh my God, so quick. You're so quick. We're not as quick as you are, Chris.
Well, I kept saying, like I was saying. And so anyway, hi Amy, congratulations, you made my day.
Yeah.
And what a great thing for Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? That's beautiful.
Yeah. Except I have to move to Chicago. It's like freezing up here. But,
now, who else is from Chicago that we know from the show? Somebody here. Is it Mary Margaret or who?
Mary Margaret in St. Louis.
I can't hear you guys are mumbling. Who? Karen? I don't know a Karen.
Remember Karen from Chicago? She always calls in.
I thought we had a regular person that's always talking about how many shootings are there and everything.
Oh, I'm not in the part. I'm not in the part where the shootings
No, that's not why I'm saying that. I'm just trying to relate to that's
right.
What's true.
No, that was Mary Margaret because there was a lot of shootings in St. Louis as well. Remember?
It's okay.
That whole
my bad.
section. I don't know anyone in Chicago. but I need a job and I need one fast. So, whatever.
That's when do you start?
Whenever I want.
Oh, nice.
But
How come you always wind up with
I've got some issues. I mean, I've got to deal with my mom. I found out, like, to move her to, I want to move her to Louisville, which is, where my son is. And so, I've got to get her totally approved for, Medicaid in that state. There's just going to be a lot to do, and I have all this stuff. And hopefully, I haven't gotten my offer letter yet, but I need money. They have to give me like relocation money. So I have to bring that up because I have no money, I'm indigent. Big thanks to, my fake job. But, anyway. But it'll all work out if it made it this far. I think, I was already in the neighborhood and I came up. It showed a willingness and they wanted me. So, whatever. If I made it this far, I'll make it the rest of the way, right?
Yeah. If I can make it here, I'll make it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Up to you, Chicago.
Yeah. Awesome.
But it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit, it's just a little bit weird because Chicago, the other places that I've moved from time to time, I always knew someone. This is like the only place, this is the only place that I've ever, moved where I don't know anybody.
Right.
I don't have to work in an office again, so it's going to be a little bit interesting,
So is it
I have to be in an office by 8:00 in the morning, so.
Is it in Chicago, the city itself, Amy?
No, it's in the suburbs. It's in the western suburbs, which is kind of nice. But, it's kind of nice and it's kind of not nice because it's not very, to move to a strange city, middle-aged woman moves to a strange city and then goes, and it's like a upper middle class suburb. So like all the other people will be living in houses with their husbands. It's not a lot of apartments and stuff like that. But whatever. I need a job.
Yeah.
So like, all the details. If I have to sleep in my house, if I have to sleep in my office, I will.
Well, I don't have to,
What did you just say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, I don't think you're going to have to sleep in your office.
No, either do I. But, you got to do, what you got to do. For the short term, I'm just looking now, at like Airbnb, just to get like here's an Airbnb in like a person's house, and it's $20 a night.
Right.
So that would be like, that's only like $140. That's only like $140 a week. But, because I don't want to just go get an apartment, take some time to find, where you like and stuff. So it seems to me to make sense to like go to, an Airbnb. And I don't even have I really need a new car.
Yeah.
But I guess one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Right.
So are we still recording?
Yeah. Why,
I
you have secrets or something, or what?
Yeah, well, who knows?
I do. But anyways, Amy, I just want to say I think it's fantastic that you actually got up and you freaking did this. You flew there and you tried out for the job. I mean, this is just something I would have a problem with myself, and I know a lot of other people would too. But you did it, and you did it fearlessly, and I got to give you props for that, you know?
Well, that's the only way you can do it is fearlessly, even if you're scared to death. Because that's all you can do. I mean, that's all you can do. You certainly, you drag your feet, you slow down the energy. You just have to. Fuck. And but I'm scared. But I'm scared.
Right. Well, yeah, you wouldn't be human if you weren't scared. I mean, anybody would be. But the point is that you tried this and you're like on your way. And like I said to you,
right,
privately,
like I just went and did it. Not like, oh, maybe I'll look for a job or maybe I'll this or, I just went and frickin' did it.
Right. And sometimes we're led to other places for other reasons too. There could be this job, but it could be something else. I mean, it's just, we don't know what's in store for us, thankfully, in life. But I mean, I think it's just, that you've actually told the universe basically, I'm ready. I'm ready for change. I'm ready for something new. Oh, no, I'm still on. You can't hear me?
Yeah. Hello. Did we lose everybody?
Can you hear me, Chris?
I can hear you, Corrine.
I guess I'm lost.
Thank you, Deb. Christy says Amy muted.
Kind of fun watching the pool game anyway.
Anyways, I don't know where Amy went, but you know what I'm saying. It's like it's hard to have the energy and the inspiration to actually go and do something new.
I can't hear anyone now.
I can hear you, Deb.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm going to mute myself because I'm echoing.
Yeah, I can hear it, Amy. Sounds like a metal swing in the wind or something. Yeah, it's gone now. Come back on the phone, Jimmy. I don't think it's me. Chris isn't frozen.
Wait a minute, the phone's back. The phone's back, finally.
But her eyes are blinking, so I know she's not frozen.
Chris is frozen. And my phone was frozen for a while, and I got kicked out, but now I'm back in, and now the phone's working again. That's bizarre.
Amy, how did you find out about these jobs? Did you find out about them through people, or did you go somewhere?
So I knew them, and I knew somebody was retiring, so I just called them.
Okay. So I'm just curious, how you connected with it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be famous, so it was left over from my past famousness. Wait till they see what pulls up, like my beater old car, and really,
yeah, well,
really, there's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, park down the street.
Yeah, I'm trying to find someplace to live where I can walk to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something. It's just like so embarrassing. Like, you would just presume that someone at my level and all this stuff would have, would have like certain things, like a car.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that part, But when you were talking about the Airbnb, one of my clients was in Spain for quite a while, and she was staying in a B&B, or a B, is it BNB?
Airbnb.
Airbnb, yeah. She was staying in an Airbnb, and it was pretty good because she got to know the host quite well, and she extended her stay, and it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to just get up there and get something, and then find out more about the area.
Maybe until you can take a look around, too, and see where you want to be,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I'm really I'm not nervous. I'm just.
Well, you know what?
And what I am.
Those people have already accepted you in, so you don't really have to worry.
Yeah, I mean, there's that part that's good. I don't have to worry about fitting in and everything. And I have enormous amount of I don't know. So there's pluses and minuses.
Yeah. Well, I'm overjoyed for you. I hope you're leading the process for all of us here.
Yeah, I guess you just have to do it. You just have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think a connection helps too, right? A lot.
No, not really connect. I mean, I don't know. This had worked out that these people were kind of, I don't know. My reputation was, I got kind of blackballed at one point in time.
Is it the same kind of work you were doing before?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's very, very specialized, and it just so happened they needed someone. Because the guy's retiring. So,
it's funny because I know Louise Hayes and Chris's favorite, but I was listening to one of her talks, and she was saying how one time she was looking for a place to live for, oh God, 6 months, and it was nowhere. She couldn't find it anywhere. And then finally one day she found it, and the reason she couldn't find it sooner was because the place hadn't been built yet. No. So, this timing thing is really...
Yeah, the timing was like divine timing, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm still very nervous.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
you have a lot to be concerned with, with your mom and everything else. Haven't you just moved your mom once?
Yeah, and she's in rehab right now.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. But I mean, I need a job. I mean, even if she has to stay in Florida for a little bit or something, I mean, we need a job. We need, you know, we need money.
Sure.
So if I, so maybe that's what's going to have to happen.
You know, I think I'll start private messaging people on LinkedIn.
Have you been active? I mean, but it's really hard though.
I'm always looking. Like, I have a routine where I'm always looking and I send in
Let me ask you
applications.
a question, Deb. Let me ask you a question. If you got a job today and they said, and it was in Manitoba or Ontario or I don't care, BC or who cares where, okay? Not Calgary. And you start a week from Monday. What are you going to do?
I'll do the same thing I did when I went to Yellowknife. I got the job, and I was in Vancouver, and I got myself there.
That's all I'm saying. Make sure the universe understands that you're ready to go.
I will do the exact same thing, Chris, honestly.
What?
I will do the exact same thing as when I went to Yellowknife. That was a huge leap.
My only point is this, okay? Is that make sure the universe understands you're ready and able to go. Boom.
Okay. I'll make sure I put that in. Can you see it?
I can't see nothing.
You can't see it, eh?
What am I supposed to look at? Mountains?
Yeah, that's a painting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That I just been working on today.
Uh-huh. Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't worry. I didn't call in for counseling, Chris. You're pretty sick of me anyway.
I can't, you know what I mean, not say shit that's coming to me.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
So we can change the subject entirely.
Yeah. I was just wanting to chat with you guys and wanting to hear about Amy's thing because, like, she can be an inspiration to me, right? And to others.
Well, I mean, it was really all I did was just became willing to do any, you know, I put no, I just needed a job, you know, I needed a good paying job. And even though I kind of wanted, Indianapolis because it was closer to my grandkids, you know, it's only like 2 hours from Louisville and this is like 5 hours. I was like, and I wanted to work in a city, not in a, you know, not in a suburb. I just said, this is a good job. I'm going to make it work, you know. I'm going to make a life around this.
Well, you know what else you can do about the car? Once you get a paycheck or two, is you could probably go lease something that is, you know, a step up from what you have or whatever.
Yeah, or I could even just, yeah. There's a lot of options. I mean, there's a lot of options in that. I mean, my crappy old car is really the least of my problems.
Right.
You know, that when I start doing things like, oh, I can't take a job because of my car. I mean, okay, I'm sorry. So tired. That's what my, you know, my spoiled brat self is like, no, I can't take this because I didn't want to work. I wanted to work for a larger company and I wanted the people, you know, like I went in and the receptionist had like a sweatshirt on, with birds on it. And I was like, oh, and I had been joking with my friend. I'm like, I know this place, the office looks like 1976 and you're going to go into the, conference room and the conference room chairs are going to be kind of broken and then you're going to feel like you're going to fall on your butt. And the receptionist is going to have a sweatshirt with birds on. Like, and I didn't want, you know, because it just wasn't sophisticated enough for me. You know, I wanted, I wanted a fancy office. I wanted a fancy, high rise. I wanted a fancy high rise, and I wanted to live downtown, whatever. And then the car thing. Oh God, I'm so tired. There's like a million things. There's a million reasons why this was not the job I wanted, but every single reason was like every reason was like totally stupid and had nothing to do with me making a living. And meanwhile, I didn't know this, but my kids have been like having these secret conversations that they were just absolutely like full of fear that one of them was going to have to start taking care of me because I had no income for the foreseeable future. And didn't seem that concerned about it. It was just kept going to my fake job with Don, the known liar. So anyway, I don't even really know what else to say about it, but you get the basic thing. Like, I mean, my usual self, found a million things that was wrong with it, and it's just like it didn't have the adequate level of sophistication for me. It's it's freezing cold up here. There's ice on the ground. Most of my shoes are flip-flops. I own like 2 sweaters. I mean, so those were all like the things like, all the things telling me not to take the job. But fortunately, I was like, I just need to get out, and things are getting more stressful between me and Dawn, and I just need to get out as soon as possible. So I was just like, okay, I mean, there's not a lot of jobs for women my age at that kind of salary range in this day and age. So, I mean, I'm worth it. It's not like, oh, wow, they're overpaying me. But it's hard to get. Most people my age who get new jobs have to take huge pay cuts.
I know. Yeah, I'm totally aware. Well, I think I'm about 10 years older than you, Amy. Totally get it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like at some point in time, it's like it's scary. It's really scary. But these people needed my level of experience and exactly what I do, and they just hired me on the spot. And the other job, I had this Skype interview. I sat there and talked to this guy for a gazillion years, and he acted like it was perfect. And then I've never heard back. I've never heard back. And I mean, I'm probably hear back from them next week, but sorry, it's too late. You want me? You gotta get me.
Snap it up while you can.
Snap it up. Anyway. But
break them balls, Ron. Break them balls. Break them.
Yeah. Wow.
Enough about me. Who else is on the phone? Where'd Corrine go?
Well, it was nice to hear Renee on, and that was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I wanted to listen. I missed it.
I could stop recording. Hello, and thank you, every archive listener. Blah, 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 blah. One of our best archive listeners is here live tonight, so she won't have to miss what's going to happen after this one. So anyway, tomorrow, Yvette Howell is here. Woohoo! We'll be howling at the moon. And that's just a
full moon right now, too, Chris.
Oh, see, I was being psychic. I was just without knowing. See what happened?
Right.
Anyway, I almost ended the show instead of stopping the record. Okay. Thank you, Archive. Blah, 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 blah. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.